Hi guys, welcome to our ValZenDen. My name is Valerie. I just want to first say that I'm so sorry this took so long to make. I just spent the last weekend on a cruise with my family for my 30th birthday, so it was the best time of my life. And unfortunately, the week before that, I got really sick, so I had no time to do the actual YouTube video, and I am really sorry it took so long. So let's go right ahead and jump into the collection. Let me just show you guys the little card that came in the packaging. I absolutely love this design. It is so like gothic villainy. I am obsessed. And then this is the back with all the colors and the information. And if you guys want to pause to read, you can do it now. So this collection actually brought a couple of things, and I'm actually wearing two of them right now. If you guys don't know me, I am a silver girl. I've always loved silver, even though I feel like gold and silver look good with my complexion, but I don't know why, I've always liked silver. So I got really excited when I saw these rings in the collection. So I don't really know their name, but this is the first one. I'll take it out so you guys can see it better. It is such a pretty cool design. Simple, but very pretty. And this one is the second one. It is very cool. It just reminds me of like branches and twigs. And I'll take it off so you guys can see it better. I don't really know which one of the two is my favorite, but I think I'm leaning more towards this one because it's like a very unique branch kind of thing, which I love. And as far as I know, these are both available still, so go ahead and grab them if you want. And they are also by CO, so it's not like a lights label piece or anything like that. Okay, we are jumping right into the collection. And I got the PR. I absolutely love this design. Like I said before, it is so villainy, and I love how it's shiny on the silver parts. And then this is the back. It's just two pretty butterflies with their social media handles. And I always have to show you guys the details because I love looking at the details. So this is what the side of the packaging says, and it's also a shiny effect. And then this is on the part where you flip up to open the collection. All right, you ready? Even though it's been out for like a month already, but you know what? It's fine. And this is what she looks like. I honestly think this is perfect for spooky season. I love the design. I love the polishes. I'm gonna have trouble choosing my favorite polish. I'm just saying it now. And then right over here, we get the coolest nail art tattoos, or I think they're stickers, nail art stickers that we've ever gotten. I'll take them out so you guys can see them better. And when you open the packaging, it says Villain Era. Okay, so I know these are one of the favorites from the Lacquer team, and I know some of you guys have seen them already and you are obsessed. I didn't want to put anything on before this video just because I don't want to ruin like the actual display of it, so I can show it to you guys better. So it brings two of them, and I'll show you just one so you can see what it looks like. It is so freaking cool. For some reason it reminds me of Hot Wheels, but obviously these are not flames. I don't know what they are, but they are so perfect for spooky season, and I cannot wait to start using them. And I'll probably end up buying another extra pair just because I love silver. I love this kind of design, so I am so excited. And it brings two, which is awesome. Okay, so let's jump right into the collection. It is a full seasonal 6-piece collection, and I'm gonna start with the very first one here that is called Frenemies. So unfortunately, at the time of this recording, Frenemies is unavailable, but I am pretty sure it's gonna come back because this is not a limited edition collection except for one polish. So Frenemies is described as a black sheer polish with a jelly finish. I went nuts when I saw this one because I love black polish. If you have seen my videos before, you know that I have talked about wearing black polish throughout middle school and high school, so I am not shy to wearing black dark nail polish. And the fact that this one is jelly, I just think it is so cool. I've never seen a jelly black before, so I just thought this was the coolest. So for being a just plain black polish, it was probably the easiest one to compare in this collection. The first one that I obviously compared it to is Tuxedo Mask. I just thought, why not compare it to the OG black polish in Night Lacquer? Obviously Tuxedo Mask is a creme, so they are nothing alike except for the actual colors. And I've seen some people use Tuxedo Mask and Frenemies, and it is just the coolest combination, so I suggest using both of them. Okay, so on my thumb is gonna be Head Bitch in Charge. Obviously Obviously, this is also a creme, so it is a full-on opaque polish. It does have a bit of shimmer, but just from the get-go, I'm telling you, there's nothing like frenemies, even though it is a black polish, but everything else is gonna be a creme, and Headbench in Charge is just one of them. The next one is Meet Me at Space, which is obviously a black with a bunch of rainbow shimmers. I love Meet Me at Space, so I can also see these two being a really cool match. And at the very end, I compared it to Dark Art, which is surprisingly more of a silvery black polish, but I just thought I would add it here because this also would look very cool if you want a non-colorful rainbow shimmery like mani combination. Okay, so the next one here is called Sorry Not Sorry. Sorry Not Sorry is described as a great purple polish with a fine teal shimmer finish. Oh my god, I honestly am obsessed with this polish. It is something that we have never seen in Lights Lacquer. I don't think we have any shimmery grays like this. Everything is like smoky quartz or Spanglish, and there's nothing like this polish in Lights Lacquer, which made me so excited when I first saw it. If you're looking at the comparisons right now, this one was one of the polishes. I think this one was the hardest one I've had to compare in the whole collection, just because it is a hybrid of like different colors. Just like the description says, it's a gray, it's a purple, it has teal shimmer. So I was like going crazy. I'm like, what should I put that makes sense for everybody to like want to see the difference in other polishes? So the first one that was a dead giveaway was Cold Case. It is almost identical in like the undertone of it. Sorry Not Sorry does have a bit of more purple in it, and obviously it has the shimmers. So I love how these two looked together, and I love grays, so I was very happy to see Sorry Not Sorry. So the next one I compared it to is Moon River, and this is when it started getting weird because Cold Case is truly and honestly the only polish that looks even anything close to Sorry Not Sorry. Obviously Moon River is way lighter and more of a blue toned than Sorry Not Sorry. Okay, like I said, after Cold Case it started getting weird, and the next one I compared it to is Grumpy Bear. I was going back and forth for the longest time ever if I should even compare it to Grumpy Bear, just because Grumpy Bear is such a cool toned purple lavendery kind of polish, and Sorry Not Sorry is pretty dark. But I was hoping that someone out there would want me to compare it to Grumpy Bear just to see the major difference that it is. And the last one that I compared it to, just to end this cycle of weirdness, I compared it to Cold Turkey. I don't know what it is. I found something similar. I honestly think it's the teal of the little shimmers that just made me gravitate towards Cold Turkey, and it is a bit darker, just like Sorry Not Sorry, so it kind of felt similar in a way. But I honestly feel like even Cold Turkey is more similar than Grumpy Bear, so do with that information as you will. And to tell you the truth, nothing compares to this polish, only Cold Case, and Cold Case is already a little bit different than Sorry Not Sorry, so I hope it helps. Okay, so the next polish I have here is called Bite Me. Bite Me is described as a deep crimson polish with a shimmery finish. I'm not really into reds, but I really like this red. I just think it's as deep as I like my reds to be, and I love the shimmery finish. This one is probably one of my most favorite reds that they've ever released, and just from looking at it, I knew that it would be kind of easy to compare because there are a lot of similar reds like this in Lights Lacquer. Okay, so if you're seeing the comparisons, the first one that my brain told me to compare it was True Blood. Not only did this recently just come, like a collection before this, but I just thought they looked so similar, and I'm like, okay, I need to tell them and show them that these are similar, but there is a slight difference. And if you can see it in the picture, Bite Me is a bit more purple than True Blood. So if you're looking for a red that is more purple based, then definitely get Bite Me. But if not, you can just go ahead and get True Blood. They are so similar though. Like, it's kind of like very noticeable how similar they are. So that is basically like the biggest difference that they have. The next one that I compared it to is Ruby. I know how dark Ruby is, but I did want to put it here anyways, even though you honestly can't even get Ruby. But if you do have Ruby and you want to get Bite Me, I just wanted to show you that they're super different. Ruby is a million times darker, but I can see why people thought they would be similar, just because like the flakes of Ruby are a similar red to Bite Me. I love this comparison. I just think they all look so beautiful together. But anyways, the next one that I compared it to is Midnight Train. I don't know why, I feel like Midnight Train has a tiny bit of purplish into to it. And then the other one that I really wanted to compare it to was Joan. To me, Joan has a lot of larger chunky glitters, and it is a lot more red tone than purple toned. They are very different, but they are similar in a certain type of way. Okay, so the next polish is Unfortunate Souls. This one is another polish that I was just like, oh my god, I was obsessed with this polish when I was swatching it and like comparing it. But anyways, Unfortunate Souls is described as a purple polish with a fine green shimmer. It is like one of the most unique polishes in Lights Lacquer. Apart from Sorry Not Sorry, I feel like this one is the most unique from Lights Lacquer, which makes me love it and cherish it so much more. So just like Sorry Not Sorry, this was the hardest one to compare because I was going back and forth with a million different polishes and I didn't want to look crazy or sound crazy because I don't want people being like, those don't match, those don't even look the same. I didn't know what to do. So this is what I ended up coming out with. The first one that I compared it to was Brujita, and I wanted to compare it to Brujita just because, just like Bite Me and True Blood, Brujita just came out and I'm like, okay, I knew they weren't similar, but in my head I'm like, what if they are? So that's why I put it right next to Unfortunate Souls, and guys, they are so different. Like, to me, they don't look anything alike, but yeah, Brujita looks nothing like it. The next one that I compared it to is Burberry, and I know it looks weird, but the purple part of Unfortunate Souls really does look like Burberry to me. It does have like that almost pinky, kind of cool toned like purpleness to it. So I just thought it might help someone out there, and if anything, it'll inspire you to like use these in a mani or a design or something like that. The next one that I compared it to is Nebula, and I originally thought this was gonna be like the number one that I compared it to, but when I actually put them together, they were so different. I'm telling you guys, this polish is truly the most unique one from Lights Lacquer. Even in the comparison here, like nothing looks like it. Nebula fooled me a little bit, but Nebula is just too pinky, too shimmery, too purpley pink. So they're super different. And the last one that I wanted to compare it to was Amethyst because I felt like people would want to see a shimmery purple polish next to it as well. And Amethyst is like probably your deepest shimmery polish besides like Protozoa, but Protozoa looks nothing like this. I just wanted to show you guys how completely different Amethyst is to Unfortunate Souls, and this is probably like the wackiest comparison I've ever done, but yeah, this one is truly the most unique polish. The next one I have here is called Anti-Hero. Okay, so Anti-Hero is described as a deep black green polish with a creme finish. I am so shocked how dark this polish is. It is literally almost black. Only in the first layer that I do, you can truly see how deep dark green it is. But if you want to actually see the green pop through, I just suggest doing like a thick-ish one layer, you know, mani, because it does get darker and darker. And for all the Swifties out there, you already know this song. I love it. I think it's such a cool name for a villain collection. I was super excited to do this comparison just because you guys know I love my greens, and this is really something different than we've ever seen. So I honestly automatically thought about For the Thrill, but to my shock that I compared it to Emerald as well, and I honestly saw more similarities with Emerald than For the Thrill, and that's why I put Emerald as my number one comparison. Oh my god, can we talk about how Emerald is getting discontinued? Why? Why? Can someone please tell me why? That is like my favorite green, my favorite polish of all Lights Lacquer, and I'm just so heartbroken that it's getting discontinued, even though they did announce that they are coming out with a jelly. So I'm kind of excited to try it out. A bunch of you guys actually reached out to me and were like, oh my god, I thought about you when they announced that, and I'm like, I am dying. Anyways, that is why I put Emerald as the number one. Okay, obviously number two I put For the Thrill, and they are similar, but I just don't know why Emerald just seems more similar in a weird way. It just makes me appreciate For the Thrill. Please don't take out For the Thrill. That is like the closest thing I have to Emerald, so please, Lights Lacquer, don't take out For the Thrill. So the next one that I compared to is actually Tuxedo Mask, and I wanted you guys to see how deep and dark Anti-Hero actually is. That it is almost a black, like it is a drop from being a black polish. And at the very end, of course, I thought about Virgo just because it is a very dark color with like teal green shimmers. I would love to see a mani with Anti-Hero and Virgo. That would be amazing. My beautiful green dreams. Okay, so the last and probably the coolest one from the collection, this one is called Boo You Whore. Boo You Whore is described as a transparent milky polish with a jelly finish that glows in the dark, and it says best used as a topper. To be completely honest, this is not my vibe. I understand that it is very, very cool. I just don't see myself using it that much, but I appreciate the creativity and like something new. And I apologize for doing like 17 layers. I just wanted you guys to see the actual color, and I feel like the more layers you add, the better the glow in the dark effect is, at least by itself. Like I know if you add it on top of a polish, maybe even a white polish, it would look insanely bright. That's why I added a trillion layers, so I'm sorry about that. And unfortunately, as we speak, it is sold out, and it is a limited edition, so I don't see it coming back. And I can't believe how quickly it sold out. I think they said it was sold out within the same day that it launched, so it was super crazy. And I don't think the team saw that coming from what I saw on Kathleen's Instagram, so I just thought that was very, very interesting. It would be kind of cool to see them do it with like more colors, like a pink, an orange, a blue, or green. That'd be super, super cool. Okay, so these comparisons, I was like debating if I should do it or not, just because I don't see people wearing it the way that I have it here. So whether that helped you out or not, let me know, because I just didn't know if this was even like useful at all or anything, but I still wanted to do it just in case. So the first one that I compared it to was Catching Fireflies, and I automatically knew that this one was going to be compared first because it does have like that greeny yellowy glow to it. So I can't imagine how bright it would be on top of Catching Fireflies. I feel like it would look so cool, and honestly this is like perfect for spooky season. The next one that I compared to is Yours Truly, just because it is kind of a brightish yellowy kind of color, even though Yours Truly does have like a slight olivey-ness to it. The next one I compared it to is 52 Chevy. This one is a lot more green, but it is a very bright polish. And the last one is Leonardo, also a light yellowish color, and they're all similar to Boo You Whore, but all different at the same time. And obviously none of the other ones glow in the dark. Okay, so we are down to the scariest part, no pun intended. I honestly did not know what to rank this, just because I like this collection a lot, because it's so different from any other collection they've done theme wise. I know it might not be a surprise, but my least favorite from the collection is Boo You Whore. I honestly based these rankings on what I would use the most, and this one is the one that I probably will use the least. Obviously I want to save this since it's limited edition and it's already sold out, so I want to use it for special occasions. If I know I'm going to like a neon party or something like that, I know that I have this with me, so I am gonna keep it safe for special occasions. My fifth place, don't come at me, but it's gonna have to be Bite Me. I know that this is one of the coolest reds from Lacquer, but like I said, I just probably will use this one the least from the whole collection itself. I think it's a beautiful red, but the other ones are just like more me. Okay, my fourth place is gonna have to go to Frenemies. I just think this is such a cool jelly black. I love it. I hope it never gets out of stock, because I can see myself using this a lot just because I love blacks. But if I want to go for like a pale black polish, I can totally just use this one. I really love the thought of having a black jelly, so I'm really excited to have this in the collection. Okay, my top three, I feel like it might be a shock, but my third place is gonna have to go to Anti-Hero or Anti-Hero. My top two are absolutely gorgeous, so I see myself using those the most. Maybe if this one would have been just a tiny needle drop greener, then I might have put it more up top. I still think this is a very unique green, and if you want to go for a really dark green, I suggest this one. It is so pretty. It is such a cool villain color, so if I was a villain, maybe this one would be my color. All right, so my top two, if you haven't guessed by now, this one I was going back and forth with, but ultimately I chose my number one, and my number two is gonna have to go to Sorry Not Sorry. On paper, this is my ideal color because I love grays and I love teals, so I was kind of shocked that this one was my number two, but I just loved my number one ever since I swatched it and compared it. I just fell in love with it in a different way. But this one is probably my favorite gray from Lacquer from now on. I am so excited to use this a trillion times over, and like I said, it's perfect for spooky season, and I love it so much. And my number one is gonna go to Unfortunate Souls. I don't know what it is about this polish. Maybe it's because it's like holographic from purple to green. I don't know. If you have it in person and you love it as much as I do, you know what I'm talking about. It is so unique and it's just so beautiful. I hope they never get rid of it as well. The coolest one, in my opinion, from the whole collection, the most unique one, because it's kind of like a hollow, and I should hate it because I had such trouble comparing it to the other polishes, but that's what made me love it more. Just, it's so unique, and you guys need to have this one if you haven't picked up any of the collection. Honestly, my top three look kind of weird, but oh god, let me try not to drop this. I love these three. They're so freaking cool. Alright guys, that is it for my video. I hope you enjoyed the comparisons and the swatches, and again, I'm so sorry this took so long for me to upload. I can't wait to see what's next in the Lights Lacquer world and universe. It's almost the end of the year, so I really want to see what they're gonna come up with next. If you guys didn't know, I am an affiliate with Lights Lacquer, so it would mean the world to me if you guys used my code and my link or both. It helps out my channel more than you could possibly imagine. And thank you guys so much to the ones that showed up on day one and used it. Like, I am so grateful for you guys. You guys have no idea how much that means to me. I love you so much. Don't forget to subscribe and give this a like, and let me know what your favorite to least favorites are. I will see you guys in the next one.